Hello everyone, welcome to Faithful to Big Brother, where we are discussing Big Brother UK 2025, Day 20 and Day 21. Another week.
Yes, another week to come, and it's kicking off with a bang.
It's been, we've got two new house... We've got two new housemates.
Sorry, I can't... Where's that coming from?
So I don't know. I think it's someone under the table eating Pringles or something.
Maybe. Other crisp brands are available.
They are. We've got two new housemates. Well, newish housemates to talk about in the secret room. Mm-hmm. We've got Emily and Farida.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Whoop, Farida and her fans. She's doing it for her fans, Ben. She's doing it for her fans. What fans? We're not sure, but she's doing it for the fans. And of course, Emily's returned as well to the house after her 2 hour 10 minute return to the house earlier in the run of the show. Oh. We're just gonna have to go without it, Ben. I'm afraid we can do it, Ben. Don't you worry about it, because really, all we're going to be talking about is the fact that Sam is watching them through two-way mirrors, through selective clips. I have to say, I feel like Big Brother. They're claiming they're streaming it to the house or the room live, but I feel like it's not being streamed to the room live. I feel like it's being delayed and chopped up nicely and then sent to the room afterwards, because they've been very specific with what they've been showing Sam, for argument's sake. Or for instance, basically or mainly it's been clips
anytime
of...
they talk about
they're talking
Nancy.
about Nancy, or they're talking about Sam. It did crack me up that in the morning of the date, that Saturday morning, or... would it be Saturday morning? Anyway, day 21, when they were allowed to look through the two-way mirror, Emily's first response was, they've just woken up and they've not talked about you yet, Sam.
No.
It's like, all right, Emily, give them a chance to actually wake up.
Emily's trying really hard to, like... The thing is, because she's been already evicted, and now she's back in the show, she already knows, which the housemates don't know until you're evicted, is that it is just a game. And it's like, they keep saying, oh, it's just a game, it's a game. But like, I think your mentality changes once you've been evicted and you go back into the world and you go on late and live, and do you know what I mean? You see the cast and the camera people, and I think Emily knows this is just a game. It's actually not that serious to real life. So
it's not that deep.
So she's just going in there knowing, I'm on a TV show, I'm going to say and do these things, and what I'm saying and doing isn't actually that meaningful, isn't actually that deep. And that's why she's saying these things, because she just knows she's there to say these things, even if she doesn't quite believe them, which is why she said that they've not even mentioned you yet, Sam. Like, she knows she's
That's
there
a sound
to do a
bite.
job. Yeah.
That's a sound bite that they'll put into the show, because it kind of shows a bit of tension with Sam.
And that feels real obvious from all the clips I've seen of Emily and a little bit of Farida. That seems like they know what they're doing.
Farida's, it feels to me, has gone in there genuinely wanting to be on Big Brother again, which is nice. It's nice to see, actually. And, you know,
She got loads of fans.
all her fans are waiting for her to win. She's going to win it. And she's already decided that she really wants to get to know Richard and Caroline. She can't understand why Caroline doesn't like Richard. And Emily kind of just painted it simply to her by saying she just doesn't like him. And it's true. Caroline's got no basis for not disliking Richard. She just doesn't. They're just two personalities that don't just get on. And I think Caroline is more dislikes Richard more than the other way around. Richard is more kind of amicable, to be friendly at least to one another. Caroline not so much, even though Caroline, again, some might call two-faced, a couple of days ago did go up to Richard and say, oh, you know, we don't get on, but we're friends, aren't we? We're good friends. And then but in public, she's one of those people, and we all know them, and you've got them in the outside world, that when it's just you and that person and you're having a conversation with one another, they're your best friend, they're sweetest and light, they're like really nice to you, but then they use you as a tool to like impress the wider friendship group. And that's what Caroline's doing with Richard. To his face, best friends, couldn't get, you know, we don't get along, we don't have the same opinions. We're only joking, bosh. But then when she's with everyone else in the group, she uses Richard as a step up on her social ladder.
To put him down, to put her up.
Which basically shows that Caroline's more of a kind of a two-faced game player.
She is the most two-faced.
Richard.
She's the one who talks about it the most to anyone who will listen. Like, she was slagging off Nancy when, I can't remember who was talking to her. I think it may be Faye showed and someone else, and then when she was dyeing her hair, she was talking to Nancy about the other two.
Like we said, Caroline's put the target. No, there is no target on Caroline's back. She's put it on her own back, and it's just typical.
She is desperate. She's just desperate to be sorry for herself. When she went into the dive room, oh, I'm just not having fun now. Oh, they all hate me. Oh, it's just horrible. It's like you're putting all this on yourself.
Yeah, this is something that's inside your own mind. And unfortunately, people, although I'm going to say people aren't kind of making her, clearing her, refreshing her thought process, giving her, because she did speak to Cameron in the garden and said like, oh, Faye Shola thinks she's the mum around the house and she's the one who like everyone runs to when like they have a question or a problem. And Cameron just said like, do you wish you were the mum, Caroline? I was like, no, of course I don't. And I was like, yes, you do.
That's what we said a few episodes ago. That's what she wanted. She's
Cameron
jealous.
laughed at her and said like, you wish you were the mum, don't you, Caroline? And Caroline literally, as soon as she got called out on it, she was like, no, of course not. And
then, you hate me.
Yeah. And then probably walked off of the conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, the conversations bore me, so I just walk away after 2 minutes. No, it's not. It's because you don't want to get involved in the conversations. And then when you do, people call you out on something, and then you get upset over that. Caroline's just an enigma, unfortunately, and she's her own worst enemy. And I think that she, sadly, is, like I say, painting the target on her own back. But the sad thing is that she's pulling other people in with her, and she's now doing it. She did it with Sam. Sam's gone. Now she's doing it with Nancy. And as you said, Caroline, I can't remember who she was having the conversation with. You're right. But she out and out rightly said that like, oh, I wish Nancy was the one who went. Sam was the one I wanted to keep in.
Yeah.
But then next minute she's all like, oh, Nancy, oh, we're best friends. It's just you and me now. Yeah, they all hate us. They hate you particularly.
I know. She's you just can't trust.
She's so manipulative.
Yeah, you can't trust anything she says or does. But the task that the secret housemates had to do was quite fun. The chat BBT task, where they had to line everyone up, and Emily was doing what she's paid to do, ruffle stuff up. And they had to, well, you know what I mean.
Don't say that. That's
they're not paid, but like, as in she's a housemate to do this now, and she knows her role.
Yes.
So they had to line up the people and say the most to least, all different stuff, and they kind of went against the grain. And I feel what they did to Elsa was a bit. Oh, Emily did say it backfired. She wanted to put Elsa at, what was it, the least?
For least interesting and least intelligent.
Yeah, least put interesting. Elsa at the bottom. She wanted to put least Elsa at the bottom because she thought making her think she's been voted least interesting would make her get out of her shell a bit more and away from Marcus. But actually, I think it had the opposite effect because, well, she just went into her normal Elsa self where she just kind of disassociates and just. She was clearly hurt by that decision.
Although until I think it was Faye Shola again said to her, it's like, you do know that they don't know obviously the secret room are deciding the results of chat.
I'm assuming they're thinking like people voted on an app like the public. You know when they run those apps
maybe.
Sometimes I think that's I'm assuming.
Well, but that's what Faye Shola said. He said, she said that like it. God, I'm turning into Carol Malone. She I know, God help me. She said that this is all made up. These aren't real things. This is chat BBT. They're claiming it's like information they've put into an AI intelligent bot and it's come up with these results. So just ignore it. And as soon as Faye Shola said that, Elsa suddenly went, oh yeah, okay then. So it actually cleared Elsa's mind. And then later on when they did the challenges when they were asking more direct questions and there was only one answer, the most rubbish housemate was then again Elsa, decided by chat BBT. And Elsa just got in the bin, put the linen on her top and was giggling and having a great time because she thought, because of what Faye Shola had said to her previously. Now, if anyone else had that conversation with Elsa, maybe they would have been a little less kind and been like, oh, maybe people outside the house are thinking of Elsa, and then planting like nasty, unnecessary seeds in their mind. So big up to Faye Shola. She did comfort Elsa for that, and that caused Elsa not to have the kind of like the disruption that perhaps Emily was hoping for, because they did the same with, to mention her name again, Caroline. They deliberately made Caroline least powerful and least memorable, and they hoped that Caroline would kick up a fuss over that. And Caroline, to her due, she didn't. She made a joke about it.
You're seeing this too quickly. I think these things are going to stew in the back.
Well, like the eyeballs got stolen by Richard.
Yes,
Caroline's going to bring it up in like a week's time. It's like, why am I the least memorable?
I think with a lot of them, I think it's hurting them more than they want to admit. Especially if they, well, I don't know. It depends if they think that the public have done the vote on an app, or if they just think Big Brother's messing around. I think those type of stuff, they're desperately trying to pretend this isn't upsetting them, but I think it will.
So you think Farida was right at the end of the episode when she said that the whole point of can I just say please, and this is just a me thing, I get it entirely. What? But when people say abbreviate Big Brother to BB, I don't know why, but every time I hear it just it gives me the ick, and I don't know why, and I know it's a me thing, and I apologise, and I'll get over it, it's fine, I've got therapy about it right now. But anyway, when Farida said that BB, the whole point of BB is that you're meant to, mix cultures, and you're meant to have conversations, and you're meant to learn about one another.
Said that. Yeah.
Farida said that, yeah. And she said that that's not happening because they're all kind of being like settled in, and yes, I must admit that they have settled into a kind of like a routine in that house, and perhaps that's the reason why ITV are kind of shaking it up a little bit. But for me, I just think like that those conversations are still happening. It's just that unfortunately some people aren't getting as involved as they could, because I think if Caroline was a bit more strong, and maybe if Emily goes in the house and she's rubbing her hands together, she's saying, I can't wait to have these big deep conversations.
You're right.
But I hope she does though. But I hope she does it in a way where it is listening, responding, listening, rather than just listening, don't like the answer, walk off, go and huff. And as going back to your original point, that these chat BBT task characteristics that they were giving people throughout the episode, if when new people come, because they're settled, they're able to kind of like suppress it. If new people go in and start to shake it out a little bit, then you might see Caroline might react to it a bit more. Elsa might react to it as Tate being the least popular. That might,
He's got
I think
really
that,
big biceps.
Yeah, I mean, that's the moment Emily said that. Yeah. Oh, come on, Emily. We all know your
perfect body, actually. Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he's so streaming and sexy.
No, I do think that Emily, once she's in the house, she is all bark, no bite, and she's gonna massively disappoint with what the producers are thinking she's going to do, and she's going to disappoint with what she keeps saying she's going to do. I don't think she is going to cause anything.
I would like her. The stupid thing is that, like, I'm going to mention the G word again, George, when he went in, I want those conversations to be had on TV. The problem was it was by George, who had, talking about people with no backbone, he had no backbone, and he had no evidence to back up anything he said. He would just throw out a ridiculous comment and then just kind of throw the grenade and watch it explode. But it didn't explode, and that would disappoint him even further. And that's what obviously pushed him to go further and further and further to extremes. If he just was able to have that debate, perhaps he wouldn't go as far as he went. Emily, I hope, is able to have a intelligent debate and conversation, and so she's able to. But you may not agree with her views.
No, but I don't think she will have. She doesn't have those.
I'm
skills.
hoping she does.
Well, she won't,
because
I'm telling you now.
Well, then I hope you're wrong, because I don't think Farida is going to. Because I think Farida's going in there for fun. She's gone back in that house because she thinks it's going to be the wild ride again, and she didn't get the full ride the first time round, so she's hoping for more. And Sam's going in there. If we're going to go by his self-affirming conversation in the mirror he had, to reset and play the game again. He wants to win now. He's going in to win. And I think he was quite surprised by the reaction Farida and Emily had about Nancy.
Well, that's what I thought, though. But then later in the diary room, he then said, Farida said something about Nancy, but I'm never going to not be her friend. She's my friend anyway. So, like,
but again, was
that
simmering?
His people pleasing again, though? When Farida said it, he was like, oh, okay, that's really interesting, or maybe I'll watch myself. But then when he was on his own in the diary room, he said, no, me and Nancy are just going to be as friendly as we ever were. So
yeah, but then he's pleasing Nancy, isn't he?
Exactly.
This is the thing. That's poor Sam, in a way, is trapped here, because if Sam kind of defies his friendship with Nancy, then that kind of shows him as knowingly being fake and playing the game. But if he sticks with Nancy, it goes against what he wants to do in the house, and that is kind of like get as far as he can into the final. So Sam's in a tricky predicament. It'd be interesting to see where he walks the line with this. Does he keep his friendship with Nancy, but kind of just slowly pull away from it a little bit? Nancy's friendship with Caroline has been noted now. Faye, Shola, Zila, and Jenny they talked about it in the snug earlier. They said, we're just talking about that new friendship between Caroline and Nancy. It's an odd. It's like come out of circumstances, hasn't it? And Jenny was like, oh yeah, Nancy's fake. Which upsets Sam, obviously.
I think Sam should just go back in and just be friends with Nancy. I think that's the best thing. Because really, this was a fake eviction. So him being voted into a secret room and Nancy doesn't really show them anything. They don't know who's popular, who's not from this, really, in the house. So just go back in as normal. And you saying that you don't think Farida is going to do much. I think she is going to purposely. I'm disagreeing with you all the time this episode.
That's good. That's what I want to debate. Come on, Emily.
I think Farida is going to go out of her way because she's already talked about all my fans have wanted me back in here.
I love her fans.
And like, I think she's going in slightly more aware of what the fans of Big Brother want her to do and what housemates to, because I think she's going to purposely target Caroline because she knows that Caroline's not popular with the Big Brother online fans, which may not relate to the overall audience of Big Brother, but the super fans, I think she's going to play purposely towards them.
Right.
So
okay.
I don't think she's actually going to be that authentic.
Oh, but do you not think Farida's going to be like do it in a very jolly, fun way? Like she's going to be overly.
No, I think people have
happy.
forgotten why there was a reason she was voted first week.
Well, she upset
up
the
for
whole
nomination.
house.
Exactly. I think people have forgotten that she is quite difficult
Divisive.
to live with.
She's quite divisive as well.
And we laugh about her Pringle eating, but she was eating Pringles at 3 a.m. in bed in that room. Like,
Sam's eyes. I was like, what?
Exactly. So I think people forget. It's been 2 years. People forget that she was nominated for a reason. She was voted out for a reason. Like, she's not an easy person to live with. She rubs people up the wrong way, and she can come across, if it's accidental or not, she can come across as quite rude without meaning to.
That's
and that
true.
rubs people
I
the
did
wrong
forget
way.
about that.
So,
You're absolutely right. So do you think she's going to... So because she said, I can't wait to meet Richard and Caroline. Richard, we know, can be quite... He's very easygoing. So he's almost on the verge of horizontal. So he can...
she's going to suck up to Richard, but she's going to go for Caroline. Argumentatively,
Or is she just going to be herself around Caroline? So eating Pringles at 2 a.m. and Caroline's going to take an instant dislike against her?
No, I think she's purposely going to go because she knows the BB fans want Caroline's like the bad one of the series, isn't she? I think because Farida's gone in with knowledge of how the public view the housemates. I think she's purposely going to target the ones that because she's already hinted. Nancy's coming across as mean girl. So, like she's saying she hasn't watched the series, but she clearly has. I
thought they both... Oh, no, to be fair, you're right. Because Faye Shola, like in some bits when they were showing them the clips in the room, Faye Shola kept... sorry, not Faye Shola, beg your pardon. Farida kept saying, who's that? Why are they talking about that? Who are they talking about there? But yeah, you're right. And
she never remembered anyone's names last time.
No, she didn't. That was another bone of contention.
Calling, like, people the wrong name, didn't she?
But then I sympathise with that because I'm awful with names.
You just did it just then.
Exactly. So I sympathise with Farida for that one. I genuinely 100% do because I always mess up with names. But yeah, no, I'd be interested to see where Sam goes with it because Sam's obviously decided, no, I'm not going to listen to what Emily and Farida have said. I'm going to stay this friendship with Nancy. But I can't help but think that it's always going to be in the back of his mind, or their mind, sorry, and that they're going to be kind of slowly moving their way back towards... They might do it via Zila, maybe, because there was that friendship for one time between Zila and Sam, which was quite strong.
But Big Brother showed them the conversation between Faye Shola and Zila where they were saying, was Sam choosing their pronouns just to people
pleasing.
So Big Brother's purposely showing these things.
This is what I mean. They're not seeing the house live. They're seeing clips that Big Brother has chosen to show them.
Probably edited.
Oh, completely.
Probably the clips we've seen.
Yeah, so they've even cut out like conversations in between. And Sam's like, God, this is real. Oh God, can I also just say that Emily is shouting at the top of her voice while popping a bottle of champagne, I'm living my best life, while stuck in a room with someone who's eating Pringles at 2 a.m.
She said, I'm not being a pick-me. It's like, well, you are.
Yeah.
You're giving pick-me energy. But
and that was the most annoying comment. If we did an annoying comment of the episode, that was the most annoying. It's like, I'm living my best life. It's like drunk people. When I was younger, I used to go to the pub and there was this one guy and he's just, every time he had like 1/2 pint of shandy, he would then storm around the pub all night shouting at people, I'm living the dream, mate. I'm living the dream. And it'd be like, oh, really? Yeah, great. Well done, mate.
That's where my Emily's a naff housemate description comes in. She's just a bit naff. And like she says the thing is she says these things but she kind of says them with half a heart. Like every sentence she does, she's like, oh, I'm looking at the one who voted me out, when she looked at Caroline. But like she says it so sort of half, like I just know that what she's saying she doesn't mean. It's so half energy the way she says things, and she never fully commits to the bit. That's what I mean when she's going to be naff. So that's what she's going to be.
Maybe she's saving her energy for the main house.
No, she's not. This is what this is going to be. It's going to be half-hearted comments, and they're always going to be ended with, oh no, I'm only joking.
Yeah, but she said, and I quote, "I won't be scared to say something to them," when she was talking about Faye, Shola and Zila.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Sam was saying they're the strong ones in the house. They're the ones who kind of direct the boat. And Emily was like, I can't wait to say something to them.
Well, I just know that I just know that she's going to be in that housemate. I'm sticking by this. And I mean, they're going back into...
well, the next episode, they'll be going... That's sad.
They're going back into the house really soon. They've already gone through. They showed it on Late and Live.
Was there from what you saw on Late and Live, was there a reaction from the house?
Well, they didn't. It was before the lights turned on in the morning. They went through that eye mirror. They just come through into the bedroom. And
they just stood there like ghosts.
Richard's already awake, and then the lights turn on, and then that's all they showed us. But
exciting!
But, I mean, they weren't in that room for long.
24 hours, really, let's be honest.
But, how long can you spend in that room, really?
And
it doesn't seem like there's an outside bit, because they let them out for little walkies around the house and the garden, didn't they?
Leeds?
And they did. They let all three of them into the house and into the garden, so I don't think they even bothered making an outside area.
The Big Brother pet walker came into the house, put their leads on, they were leaping around going,
more accusations of ITV going against human rights with their no water on launch night, and that got corrected. And then there was something else later on. And it was Richard's bed being actually turned into a mattress.
They had to change,
because of human rights.
Yeah,
and then I think they probably had another word with a lawyer. They're like, no, you have to let them have outside at least 10 minutes every 24 hours.
To be fair, that house must stink of sour cream Pringles. That room must stink of sour cream Pringles, because that tube was never not open.
How has she got so many Pringles? So I've seen people theorise that she's got a Pringle deal already. And 100%. She's purposely gone in there to eat them on camera. So,
and she's like split the money 50-50 with ITV, and ITV are like, right,
no, ITV don't know.
If we record you eating Pringles at every waking moment, honestly, there wasn't a
It does work though, because I want to buy some Pringles now.
I mean, I'm hungry for Pringles.
I may come home with Pringles.
Fair dues. Yum. What flavour?
The same as Frida's.
Sour cream.
Frida's Pringles. That's what she's going to have. She's going to have her own mystery flavour next year.
You should set up TikTok Live and just record yourself for an hour eating them.
Shall I?
Like Frida.
I've got a little clip of what that would sound like.
Is that opening of the mouth sound?
She's constantly eating them though. Even when they're not showing her eating them, she's got a bit in her tooth, haven't she? She's going.
But also when they gave them their dinner, so they showed them around the house. In their room in the evening, and they were having a little conversation. Pre-cooked bento boxes or whatever they were, and she still had a tube of Pringles next to her. So I reckon my theory is that she got the Pringles, crunched them up, and put them on top. And made a little Pringle bento box. That's a little recipe. That's one for you to think about, Farida. But yeah, no, her eating Pringles was absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. But yeah, no, considering that like this whole secret room was meant to be this big game-changing moment, it did feel a little...
I know, they did one game and then they went in. But it's what it is. I'm looking forward to them going in and just seeing what happens. I think Caroline's going to react to the worst. She's not going to like it. But she won't admit it.
But why won't she like it though? Because surely it means you were saying in previous episodes of the podcast that this is her opportunity to kind of grab new people and bring her into her group.
But she won't. She's self-sabotage. She'll think these two new people. Well, actually, she'll probably try and get on with Emily, but she'll think that Farida is a rival, a bit like how she sees Richard. She and Faye Shola. She'll see Farida as someone who could take her slot.
She doesn't like people her own age, does she? She really despises people her own age.
She wants to be mother.
It's interesting. It was interesting. There was something else she said today, old Caroline. She said sorry, that's not derogatory. I apologise for saying old Caroline. She said something along the lines of like, if only Richard was good looking, and then I wouldn't, dislike him.
She wanted a man's man in the house.
That's it. I want a man's man in the house.
Mr. Bean instead, or Mr. Ben or something.
She said Mr. Ben. Yeah, I said he looked like. I said Richard looked like Mr. Bean when he was doing his impression of a lion going across the floor, because he had his eyes all out open wide, like looking like. Rrr.
He was giving that guy from the first ever Celebrity Big Brother with the pussy.
That wasn't the first ever. That was like a few years in.
The
guy George.
Yeah.
Galloway. George Galloway, the Alba MP. Alba party.
Right.
But it wasn't at the time.
To the ITV series then, won't he?
Well, he's done it now. He can't do it again.
Yeah, Farida. She's done it twice.
Yes, but George Galloway didn't go too early.
Didn't he?
If they're doing a series of Celebrity where it's all people who went too early, then...
Jackie Stallone.
Yeah, you jerky. Well, no, they can't unless they literally go to her grave and dig her up. I don't think they're going to be able to do that to you.
You never know.
May she rest in peace.
You never know with this show.
But yes, I think the interesting part wasn't the bit with them in the room. I think the interesting part is them now leaving the room. So the next episode should be exciting and hopefully. But like you said, like there's the whole point of the task was to obviously ruffle some feathers, but no feathers were ruffled. And to sum up this episode, the reason for that, surmised by Farida, was that people are far too comfortable in the house. People are going along with what Faye, Shola and Zila are kind of like their family way of looking after everyone. Everyone's kind of fit into their own place. The only one who's kind of ruffling or messing things around a little bit is Caroline. And so Farida wants to go in there and also kind of like mess things around a little bit.
Well, I think those line-up things are going to stew more than you think. Personally, I think they will.
Exciting. Do you know what?
What?
I forgot to mention anything about how you can get in touch with us, what our names was, everything at the beginning of the show, because I was too distracted. I was far too distracted.
Okay, well, go on then. How can you get in touch with us if they want to?
So if you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on our social medias by looking at our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2, and on there it's got all the links to our social media, YouTube, Spotify and Apple podcast links and all that. I could keep saying links.
Carry on.
Okay. So, I've lost track here. If you like the podcast, give us 5 stars, please. And please don't forget to subscribe and follow us if you want to keep up with us with the Big Brother coverage. And also we're doing the Traitors, Celebrity Traitors UK as well at the same time. And if you want to help us monetarily, you can buymeacoffee.com/faithful or coff.ee/faithful. And on there you can buy us £5 gold coin, which helps us toward the show. By the way, my name's Alex and this is Ben.
Right. Well, we will see you all again tomorrow. Goodbye.